Late spring seems to be gently knocking on our doors. When I open the window, a chill still lingers in the air, but deep inside, a warm breeze begins to stir. In much the same way, sometimes hope and consolation arrive a little late in life, yet they come, quietly and steadily. We all have moments when we look back on the paths we've traveled. Often, the painful and difficult times stand out more clearly than the bright, joyful ones. It can make our hearts ache, but upon closer reflection, those hardships have stretched and deepened our hearts in ways we might not have noticed before. Consider the story of Naomi in the Book of Ruth. She returned to her homeland after losing so much: her husband, her 2 sons. She felt empty, haunted by regret and sorrow. But there was someone by her side, her daughter-in-law, Ruth. Ruth refused to abandon Naomi, promising to go wherever she went. The world might have seen them as destitute, but the love they shared endured. It's a tender reminder that even when we believe we've lost it all, there's often something precious that remains. Whenever we feel we've lost too much, it's easy to fall into despair and fear the future. Naomi experienced this, lamenting that people should no longer call her by her given name because her life had become so bitter. Yet Ruth quietly took on the simple task of gleaning in the fields, collecting stray grains. She did the work allowed to the most vulnerable, doing what she could to support them both. Through that small act of faithfulness, she eventually met Boaz. He noticed Ruth's dedication and, in time, they married. Their family line led to King David, and ultimately took part in the unfolding story of salvation. Reflecting on this, we see that there is often more remaining in our lives than we realize. What truly endures is our capacity for genuine love and the determination to be faithful with whatever we have right now. Ruth's path may have seemed slow, gleaning leftover grain, but in that patient labor, she experienced kindness and providence. In the same way, when our own spring feels delayed, there can still be blessings waiting just beneath the surface. Perhaps we can walk forward as though welcoming a late spring, step by step, without rushing. We may not see immediate abundance, but in the slower pace, gratitude and hope have a chance to grow. Just as hidden flower buds eventually bloom at their own time, our hearts, too, can unexpectedly blossom with warmth and renewed life. In the middle of this lingering spring, I recall the invitation from Jesus to all who are weary and burdened: "Come to me, and I will give you rest." It's a quiet voice that reaches us in our present struggles, reminding us that we do not have to carry these burdens alone. Perhaps there are people around us, like Ruth, ready to share the load, or maybe each of us can become that Ruth for someone else. Naomi's late spring arrived hand in hand with Ruth, and Ruth found her own spring through Boaz. The small gestures of kindness and love they exchanged opened new doors for both of them. Just as winter's harshness eventually gives way to springtime, no matter how barren our hearts may feel, there will come a day when they bloom again. We can trust that even if it seems delayed, our lives are never forgotten or overlooked. Just as lengthening daylight signals the arrival of spring, God's gentle care helps heal our wounds and draws forth new hope. If you feel a deep shadow in your heart right now, take a moment to pause. Imagine sitting on a quiet porch, listening for God's voice in the wind. You might just hear a tender reminder that, no matter how late it seems, spring is certain to arrive. When we set aside our worries, even briefly, we discover a wellspring of gratitude. Yesterday's tears may one day become a deeper understanding and compassion for others. Although some pains do not disappear easily, we can still step out into the field, as Ruth did, and do the small yet meaningful tasks given to us. Often, it is in these humble efforts that we encounter grace and meet people who reignite our will to live and move forward. If your pace feels slow or you've had to pause, that's all right. God sees and values honest steps more than hurried ones. Even when you feel like giving up, remember that late blooming spring is on its way. One day, you will find yourself standing in a season of renewal, looking back with gratitude at how far you've come. So may a gentle spring breeze fill your heart today. If you're still in a winter-like season, know that a new time will surely come. There is always something precious remaining, deep within us, urging us to keep moving forward. Through Naomi and Ruth's story, we learn that love, faithfulness, and God's guidance never go to waste. May the warmth of late spring, like sunlight streaming through a window, spread into every corner of your life. It's all right not to hurry. It's all right to rest when you're weary. God has set aside a day for everything to bloom again, even if it seems delayed. Spring will come for you, too. Let this be a word of comfort for anyone listening today. If your heart feels like parched ground, lift your eyes toward the light of spring. A new hope, quietly growing, will soon break through. When that happens, you'll realize your journey was never in vain. I pray peace will settle upon you in this moment. Close your eyes, and wait for the spring that's on its way. Trust that you are gently held in caring hands, and that even if it's late, a brighter season and better days will find you. And now, as we bring these reflections to a close, may this be a gentle encouragement for you to open your heart to the coming spring. Walk forward in grace, and rest in the peace that surrounds you. As life unfolds, remember that there is always more happening beneath the surface than we can see, and that, in time, all things will blossom anew.